This is a Passat coolant line. Had it installed. Put an oil cooler. Just 4 bolts. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll have the bracket installed in a second. Alright, brackets in. This hole been shaved off here. So we're gonna clear the coolant flange. All 4 bolts are in for the mount. And next thing I'm gonna put in this thermostat with a coolant flange. I'll start with this engine, this side of the engine, and then we'll flip it over to install the crank. Alright, here's the coolant flange or thermostat flange. Gasket goes on here. Very straightforward. These tabs inside, so you put this in and you twist it, and that will hold it in place. You put a gasket over it. Okay, pretty straightforward. Yeah, 2 bolts. So I'll get them started. The rest is pretty easy. Snap on 10mm with extension with a swivel. Alright, it's all tight. And the little radiator will clip right in here. So everything looks pretty good so far. Alright, here's the bottom of the engine. Jets, don't forget to install them. Make sure they point towards the piston. Special bolt has the feed line that feeds the jet. And there's a check valve in there that allows it to go one way. I'm not sure what the preset is, but that check little ball with the spring actually does not take a lot of force to press on it. All the jets are in. There's the main bearings, and they are directional. So there is a cap side and the block side. They look like they're coated. Have some kind of silver coating on them. So The bolt needs to line up here. The oil feed line, very important. These are standard size. This was a running block. There was no machining done to it. It's all standard. There was no damage done to it. Keep it centered. And here you have that thrust washers. Don't forget to put those in. Just kind of pre-assembling them. I do like these bearings, they look pretty good. Okay, bearings are in. Everything lines up, everything looks good. Here's the other side. There's a notch here, so in the cap you can only go in one way. Just to let you know. Make sure these are centered, and then I'll add some assembly lube in a minute. Alright, got some assembly lube here. So I'll apply it. So what I'll do is I'll apply it here on both sides of the bearing. Sticky stuff, which is good. You want this stuff to stick till you're ready to start the engine. Chromoly, I believe that's what it's called. Chromoly is other very good stuff. Chromoly based lubricant. Okay. Here's a thrust washer. Standard. So what I need to do is apply a little bit of lube here. There's these two cutouts on here. They only go one way. So it goes here. No, actually, take that back. Bearing that rides goes on the outside here, where the notches are. And the one that has stamped letters goes on the inside, goes like that, right there. Alright, I'll install a crankshaft. Okay, crankshaft is in. The thrust washer rides on this surface, so make sure it goes towards the letters go on inside, and where the two cutouts on the bearing, it goes on the outside towards the crank on this side and that side. Make sure you actually install this proper direction. You have a timing gear in the front, so which would be front. This is a cap number 1, 2, 3, 4, and cap number 5. All the journals look shiny, They just came back from machine shop. Here's the caps. Still need to actually wash them. They're still. Here's old bearings. They're actually pretty not bad. It had some wear to them, but I think that's acceptable. They're numbered just to, and number 3 has a notch here. So just remember, these are directional. You go just like this. With these cutouts, they face in the crankshaft, and the letters will face the cap on both sides. No, this one doesn't have it. Alright, I pre-looped these. There's the notch. So cap number 1. So once everything goes in place, everything should be able to rotate with no problem. Number 2, I'm able to push this one. I'm gonna have to get a little mullet. And the numbers face out this way. Number 4. I dip in my oil just to here, get them started. Slide our bolt in, use mullet. Sorry, it's kind of hard to use both hands here. Okay, just gotta give it a little punch, and either you want them lined up.